Many things really. I'd sort of fumbled a bit through life, not really applying myself to anything and not really seeing a way to apply myself to something. And now this has come along with quite a viable wage that I can live off. And I've lived in Lincoln for quite a while. I love the history, and to get a trade and be involved in the history and the heritage side of it is the ultimate. Like, I think it's great.
Well, because I really wanted to go into archaeology, but I still really wanted to do it, so I'd gone to a lot of community digs as a volunteer in the summer after I left school, and I think my mum found on Facebook they were advertising like a taster session for this traineeship.
Well, I saw it online. I saw it on the Lincolnite. A few years previously I'd seen that the cathedral were advertising for a bursary or an apprentice, and I always thought, oh, I'd love to do that, that's something I would love to do. But at the time I was in employment, I didn't think it was realistic. And then, so this came up on the Lincolnite website, and my friend sent it to me and was like, you have to apply for it this time, you know, because it's my dream to do it.
The primary thing was, back in the day when I was young, I applied for an apprenticeship when I was 16 and got turned down. Primarily, in my opinion, from my impression, because I was female. This isn't doing it for me. What do I really want to do? And found conservation, and then through conservation found this, because it's conservation of skills and also conservation of historic buildings, which are both very interesting to me, and I've got quite a bit of enthusiasm for it, really.
I was doing a full-time course at York College as a stonemason, and I needed, basically in order to achieve an MVQ you need a work placement.
I've always loved heritage, and I did classics and archaeology at uni, and then I went on to do a placement with Historic England for 2 months, so I kind of found out about it through them, and you know, like my line manager was like, this is going to be like an amazing experience, so you know, apply and see what happens. So that's what I did, and I got it, and I was like, whoa, what? But yeah, it just came out of nowhere, and it was, why not? Yeah.
That's fine. I started to find out where these chicks are. I think that's maybe where we could find.
I'm in my first week at the minute, and as I was saying to you earlier, today I'm at Lincoln Castle. On Friday I'm getting sent to Nottingham Castle. So for me, just getting sent to 2 castles in 1 week as part of my training that's a spot on highlight right there.
I found a pair of Roman shoes, or Roman shoe soles. It's mainly like interesting finds. And there was another one where we found the bottom of a piece of pottery, and it still had the stamp of the person who made it.
Getting to work on the cathedral is amazing. Like, getting to be at the cathedral every single day, working on the building, working stones to go actually on the building, so things that I've made get to be there forever, hopefully. And yeah, working with the team as well. The team are fantastic. They're really fun, and every day, like, you can't not smile every day because it's just a really fun place to work.
Yeah, being able to do it in conjunction with my conservation studies, so I'm doing masters in conservation of cultural heritage as well, and I've been able to do a couple of projects actually in the cathedral pretty independently, quite conservation focused, but still relevant to the carpentry and joinery trade in heritage. So
these carving courses are really nice. Getting to come down here and use all the facilities is good. Yeah, enjoy that.
Things like I'm doing today, so we're doing stone carving and things like that, it's just, you know, they give you opportunities that you wouldn't necessarily have if you were doing like a normal job. You know, things like going on and doing like loads of conferences, and just that push of like skills and training and doing fun things. But also where I work as well with Heritage Lincolnshire, like I got the chance to line wash a 17th century thatch cottage. So it's things like that that are really fun. And having like a really good line manager and somebody that's supportive as well, because that's helped, especially with like settling in and stuff. And just
This has opened so many doors to me. I'm just sort of going with the flow, and I'm going to see where it takes me and where I can go, but I just want to get as much out of it as I can.
The head of the archaeology department at York Uni, because they knew I didn't have any qualifications, but she put together a case for me and presented it the admissions officers, and they let me in based on my practical experience.
I'd love to be a cathedral mason or a heritage stonemason, and yeah, carry on working in heritage masonry, definitely.
I'm either going to try and go through some maybe building conservation routes, or possibly more kind of furniture conservation and stuff like that. So it would be more in museums and stuff like that, but primarily focusing on wood. The other thing I'm entertaining the idea of is something to do with maybe weaponry conservation as well.
Oh, I'm going to be a stonemason. I was kind of a stonemason before I come here. I've always worked in the industry, so it'd be nice to get a job at another cathedral and continue in the works department somewhere.
To like stay in the heritage profession, but I'm not quite sure what I want to do. But what's been great about the placement is that, you know, Lizzie and my line manager have been supportive about me shadowing different people within the sector and getting a feel for their jobs. So even maybe like a conservation officer or something like that. Not sure.
As well, and weaponry repairs.
It's not just like a boring office job.
It is quite intimidating, isn't it?
Sometimes I am in the office, but yeah, I don't know, like trying to think, what was the question?
What?
Yeah, no,
This is good?
That's it.